Here we go, fourth video of the day. Welcome into Bengals Breakdown. I am your host, Stone Shields. As you can tell, we are not at our Chat Sports offices here, as it is a little bit past 9 o'clock Eastern Time, but Cincinnati has made yet another move, re-signing edge rusher Joseph Ossai, 2021 third-round pick. It'll be a one-year, $7 million deal for Joseph Ossai. Going to be talking about that here on today's video. But as always, make sure you guys hit that sub button if you have not done so already. As I mentioned, this is our fourth video of the day. I've been breaking down all the Bengals free agent signings here. Bengals have been very busy here on the first day of the legal tampering period here on a Monday. Don't miss out on any of our coverage. Again, we're here all week long. We're here all off season long. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/Bengals TV. So again, Joseph Ossai of the Cincinnati Bengals, 2021 third round pick, getting a one-year, $7 million extension. Now, I always come on here and I try to be as positive as possible. And it's kind of getting to the point where I'm becoming to get a little bit concerned with how Cincinnati is handling the offseason. As I've addressed in previous videos, as time continues to go on and nothing happens with T. Higgins and Ja'Marr Chase, you can throw Trey Hendrickson into the mix there as well. You get to be a little bit more frustrated, despite the fact that Cincinnati is doing other things here through free agency. But let's talk about Joseph Ossai. I came on here on the channel and said I was ready to move off of him this offseason. I just thought there was too many guys on your defense that, weren't contributing to winning. Because think about how bad that unit was last year. They weren't very good in 2023 either. And you're opting to bring back two guys that, struggled last year in B.J. Hill. He's had a great career in Cincinnati. We talked about him in this morning's video. Of course, he gets a 3-year deal to stay in Cincinnati, but also bringing back Joseph Ossai. Obviously, 1 year, $7 million. That is a prove-it deal, right? I expected him to be able to get more money than that. Did he turn down more money to stay in Cincinnati? I don't know, but he's 25 years old, and he was able to record some sacks here this past season. I would say it definitely was his best year as a professional. Not that he had a great year. I thought he was really good on special teams for Cincinnati, but didn't really offer much from a pass rush perspective. Cincinnati obviously hoping that changes here in 2025. So they give him a approved deal. It's not like, they're giving him, a deal similar to what B.J. Hill got. It's not a long-term thing. It very much could be a one-and-done situation after this season here in 2025 for Joseph Ossai, but Cincinnati electing to bring him back. More thoughts on this here in a minute, but I want to know what you guys think. Grade the Joseph Ossai extension for me in the comment section. We'll make it the pinned comment of today's video, A, B, C, D, or F. I want to know what you guys think. I'll be honest with you guys. I think this is probably a D. I'm not really fired up about this at all. I was real excited when the Bengals drafted Joseph Ossai in 2021, but I just don't feel like his career really has worked out the way certainly he was hoping for, and the Bengals were hoping for throughout these 4 seasons. But going to have another opportunity here to stay in Cincinnati. But regardless, get your grades down in the comment section for me of today's show. If that ad comes here on YouTube, totally fine. Take advantage of it. Get down in the comments. Let us know what you think. All right, so it was a little bit hard there on Ossai for a little bit, but I do have to give him some credit. He was able to beat out Myles Murphy, who, by the way, you took in the first round a couple of years ago. And he really was able to beat him out once Cincinnati kind of phased off Sam Hubbard. And we're looking for someone else to really get a lot of those reps opposite Trey Hendrickson along the Bengals defensive line at that edge rusher spot. He beats out Myles Murphy. Got to give him credit for that. I was kind of hoping Cedric Johnson, last year's 6th-round pick out of Ole Miss, would kind of get, a little bit more opportunity here in 2025. Not to say that this move from Ossai doesn't mean he will get that, but it seems like Cincinnati is favoring Ossai a little bit as opposed to Cedric Johnson. But, he's played a lot more years professionally, and obviously was picked in the 3rd round versus the 6th round of the NFL draft. So the Bengals obviously have to address the whole pass rush situation, right? Because it hasn't been good the past couple of years. 2023, was it good? No, it wasn't good in 2023. Was it good in 2024? No. Pass rush was Trey Hendrickson or nothing. And I'm looking for a guy that can really, get that win rate up, right? And really go out there and beat guys opposite him on the line of scrimmage and find a way to get to the quarterback. Can Joseph Ossai develop into that kind of guy? I don't know. I hope so. I'm not quite sure. But, Cincinnati's certainly taking a gamble here on Joseph Ossai, and they believe he can be that guy for their defense, bringing him back on a 1-year deal. Continue with our show here in a moment, but I do want to give a shout out to our friends over at Fanatics. Obviously, this is an at-home video, so I don't have the hats to show you guys, but you should know the drill by now. Bengals sideline hats are on sale now. I'll have the link in the comments section. In the description of today's show, I will reply to the pinned comment with that link, chatsports.com/Bengals sideline. Make sure you guys check it out. Give it a click. Plenty of them to choose from. Some great deals up on Fanatics as well. So really encourage you guys to get over there and check that out. So kind of recap where we are at for Cincinnati here today. Let's talk defense. Obviously, they're bringing in Samaje, Perine, as we discussed. TJ Slaton going to be brought in to work next to BJ Hill. So you got your 2 starting defensive tackles reaching deals with Cincinnati today with BJ Hill. He sticks around. And TJ Slaton. And also we talked about a little bit earlier addressing that linebacker situation as well, with Cincinnati adding to that linebacker spot additionally today. But you're also bringing in here Joseph Ossai. You're bringing him back into the fold. And Oren Burks, I'm sorry, that's the name that I was searching for there for a second. The Eagles linebacker, Oren Burks, coming into Cincinnati, just won a world title. So now you're finishing off the day here with this Joseph Ossai. We'll see if they add anyone else at that spot. But Cincinnati going to kind of roll the dice here and see what they can get out of Joseph Ossai. 1-year, $7 million deal for him. Do want to kind of make note, when he was able to get home to the quarterback, it was later in the year. You kind of start to see the Bengals defense get better at the end of the year. But what was going on at the end of the year? You were pretty much out of it, despite the fact you got hot. And you weren't playing very good teams. So maybe that impacts into it. I'm kind of worried that's how the organization views Geno Stone, right? They're kind of excited that, hey, he was able to finish the season strong, but the season was kind of a lost cause at that point. So to recap, Bengals bringing back Joseph Ossai, 1-year, $7 million deal. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not really fired up about this. I was ready to move on. Nothing against Joseph Ossai. I just thought you needed some more new faces in the building, but Cincinnati opted to bring back 2 of their main guys on defense in BJ Hill and Joseph Ossai. So Cincinnati hasn't been shy. They've made a ton of moves here today. Hopefully the moves continue. Hopefully eventually it leads to a Higgins deal and a Jamar Chase deal as well. And we'll see what happens with Trey Hendrickson. That'll do it for our at-home edition here of Bengals Breakdown. Once again, Joseph Ossai, 1-year, $7 million deal with the Cincinnati Bengals. He'll be sticking around for the 2025 season. Don't miss out on any of our coverage. We will be back tomorrow on the channel with plenty of videos for you guys. So hit that sub button right now, youtube.com/BengalsTV.